What is up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Caleb. We are going to be cracking some Sword and Shield kits today, are we not?
Yep.
Now, what are you looking for out of your kit here, Caleb?
Probably a decent amount of metal patches and a Zacian.
Zacian seems like the card on everybody's mind, if I had to say so. That thing is amazing. I've been seeing it in real life, the gold version as well. Now, do you have any idea as to, like, holy smokes, chat, Degenerate just got in there with, like, a bunch of gifted subs. Chat, give it up for Degenerate. And let's get some hype going for this this pre-release here. This is insane. 25 gifted subs. Degenerate, you really outdid yourself. That is insane. But, yo, Caleb, you got that hype going on right now, bro. Absolute hype train. So you've got the Frostmoth kit, and we're opening our kit. I like your style, Caleb. Opening the packs first before you get to the kit.
See what trainers I get.
For sure, for sure. Yo, check that out. If you want to save your codes, yeah, don't show them off. Yeah, very good. Awesome. Yo, check that out. Thank you so much, Degenerate, with the 25 gifted subs. Absolutely amazing. And check that out. Full art Delmise V. Yo, Caleb, that thing is sick. Absolutely gnarly. Thank you so much, Degenerate. I'm going to chill on the audio there for the next 20 gifted subs. But thank you so much, Degenerates, and welcome all new subs to the channel.
Yeah, that's it. But
Sick. Yo, the Delmise V. I actually, when I played in my pre-release, I was able to open the Delmise V myself, and I got the Rillaboom pack, which was really awesome too. And it looks like you got it too, dude. Yeah, so you got the Rillaboom and some Marnies. Yo, multiple Marnies. That is just amazing. Yo, apparently I'm getting multiple calls right now, but that's fine. It's just, it's a crazy night, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. And yeah, yo, check that out. You got the gas. So very cool. You got all your stuff open here, Caleb?
Yep.
Rock on. All right, Caleb's going to go off camera, and he is going to build his deck. Thank you, Excelison, for that sub as well. And we have got Andrew Barlow on deck. Answer the calls? Why? I can't answer the calls. I'm literally in the middle of a stream. I can't answer the calls. I'm in the middle of doing something. Thank you so much, Marky, for that sub as well. Barlow, tell us about what you are looking to get your hands on here.
I'm looking mainly at trying to get the promo Cicino, because I really like how it looks in the holo foil, because in the set it's actually not, it's only a regular rare and not a holo rare. That, and then any Vs, because I have not, for my other 3 pre-releases, I have not pulled a V in my pre-release kits. Alright, start off with a Berserker. Alright, so that means we probably have metal guys to go with. Got a research. Oh, we got metal guys and also the Rillaboom line.
And make sure to watch your code if you want to save that for yourself. Yeah, just slide that off. You know, like I said. Yeah, very good. So, yeah, you got the Galarian Berserker there. That's awesome. And the Rillaboom line seems to be, like, the most busted for sure. The most busted thing you can get the pre-release kits, I think.
Nothing great. Rev Hollow Switch is kind of nice. But
that's cool. I mean, especially Switch in a pre-release format's not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you have the big energy attackers. There was a Snorlax I saw, so with the Rillaboom. We got a white code.
Yo! Celebi V!
And an Aurora Energy, which is nice.
Now, somebody did ask me, you know, not to rain on your parade, but what is the worst Pokemon V in the set? It might be Celebi, but let's show it off. All right, now you did get the Rillaboom pack. So Celebi V's got Find a Friend for a Grass Energy. Search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon. I mean, that's busted for pre-release. That's so good. And then line for you're opening packs, Barlow. We got a card we're showing off. You got to hold tight there, bud. All right. And then Line Force, 50 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. That's not that bad.
Yeah, a budget Snorlax VMAX.
It's definitely. For sure.
Alright. Mawile, which could be cute because the energy discard is a guarantee, actually, which is rare for those effects. And
I actually really like the Stunfisk.
Yeah, the Stunfisk it was annoying. Thankfully, the one deck I played against it, I was playing with the Obstagoon and the Inteleon.
Oh, yeah.
So I just waited until the Inteleon was all the way powered up. So even though I lost the energy, it still just one-shotted.
For sure. Sure, and we got one more. All right, Barlow, show us what you got.
All right, we got Sobble, Diglett, Whimsicott, which is not the greatest. I kind of want to try just flipping all their cards back into the deck.
What does it do?
If you flip a coins, if you hit heads, you shuffle all their cards back into the deck.
Dude, that's insane. The active and all cards attached to it.
That sounds fun, but it doesn't.
You're saying it might not win the pre-release, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm here to have fun, you know.
Yeah.
If you feel me. All right, Barlow's going to build his deck. Thank you so much, Barlow, for showing us your kits. And make sure to show us whatever deck you end up cooking up.
Yep.
We've got one more kit here to crack. Thomas. Batter up, man. How you doing, Thomas?
Good, how you doing?
Yo, welcome back here to the pre-release stream. Let's get it cracking. Now, what are you looking for, Tom?
Full art trainer, maybe Marnie or Professor's Research would be nice.
Oh, for sure. Now, do you prefer the regular full arts, or would you prefer, like, the rainbow full art?
The rainbow kind of has that glitter pack, or that, like, glittery look to it, which looks kind of real neat.
For sure. And it's the first time they've ever done rainbow rare supporters.
Yeah. So
right. Definitely the chase cards in the set.
So we got
and I was like, yeah, bro, you do you, man. However you want to open this, you know, it's your world. I'm just living in it, man. But, yeah. Keep your coats off to the side, and then... Now, I was thinking that... Did you get the Rillaboom, too? Does every kit come with a Rillaboom?
Most of them do.
Most of them do?
You get one. So,
yeah.
You only get one Rillaboom.
For sure. And then some kits come with the Rillaboom as the promo, too. Right? Which gets you, like...
2 of them, at least.
For sure.
So at least we got a quick ball.
And the research.
I got 2 research. So that's nice.
That's awesome.
Play set at home. Pokekit. Oh, the Pawnyard. That's busted in here in pre-release.
For sure. 1 energy colorless attack. Yeah. Yeah, this is a busted kit. This actually looks a lot like the kit that I opened on camera. That Snorlax is so good, too. Yeah. It's just a super thick attacker, 150 hit points. And thank you so much, Degenerate, for that gifted sub again. Wow. Gifting a sub to City Slicker. Thank you so much, Degenerate, for all you do for the channel. Did you do the pack trick, Bo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we got a pro on our hands, guys. We've got a pro. Now, who'd you learn the pack trick from? You do it yourself, or did you learn it from? Leonhardt. There we go. Yeah. Shout out to Leonhardt. I saw Leonhardt again at Dallas this year, so that was cool.
Got another Meowth that can help us switch. That's definitely going to help.
And Rose Raid. Nice. Now, are you keeping your guys like sorted as far as type goes as you go?
Kind of just doing that for the stream.
There you go.
Everybody else.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to be able to kind of see like what you're, opening and. Oh, white code. Let's go. Another Grookey. That's good. Yeah.
Sobble, Mahone, Inteleon. There's something there, guys.
Yo! Check that out. Let's, Victini V, guys. Every kid just getting in here and Degenerate going buck wild in the chat with 10 more gifted subs. Yo, Degenerate, I think somebody hacked your account, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Yo, let's go. Hype for the big TDV. Hype for Degenerate. Thank you. Oh my god, chat. Let's go. Oh my god. Another white code. Thank you so much, Degenerate, for the Degenerosity.
Rhyhorn, Messina, Cyndaquil, Krogunk, yeah, oh wow, Cramorant.
Yo! check it out. The hype, Kramer and V. I've actually been thinking about this card quite a lot. Not only because this is a handsome bird. Look at that. That card is beautiful. But I think he's good. You know? Beat catch. You get to get whatever 2 cards you want to your hand. And you've got one more pack, Thomas? What? Absolutely insane.
That's another white code.
Another white code too. Let's go, Tom. I was thinking about using Cramorant in my Whimsicott deck. I've been building
Candy, that comes in handy.
for sure.
Another Meowth. I think I got 5 of them.
Dude!
Let's go! Yeah!
Oh my gosh. Dude, you're a sack, bro. You're a sack. Look
I
at
let
that.
everyone go first, too.
Oh my gosh. HPU3 with the gifted sub and Thomas with the insane pull. Look at that, chat. Zation V. Yo, Thomas, this is the most insane pre-release kit I have ever seen cracked on camera. And it's yours, man. And what's even more wild is the other 2 guys had their pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the last one.
No, best for last, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Insane kid. I look forward to seeing the deck that you build, Tom. So,
Yeah, we're going to see how this goes. I got a
for
couple to
sure,
pick from.
man. Hey, dude. Well, I think this pre-release paid for itself.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
did.
For sure, man.
I'm glad
For
I was able
sure.
to make it. I came straight from work.
It came straight from work. Yeah, Tom's like, man, dude, I just got done working on cars, bro.
Dirty, and no clothes clean.
Yeah, man. Zasha and V just coming in clutch there at the end. Insane pulls, Tom. So awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that with us. And good luck building your deck. We're going to be right back with some decks after these guys are done building them here at the Full Grip Games pre-release. Thank you all so much for the love and for tuning in. We will be right back in just a moment. All right, we are back with Caleb, who just finished building his deck here for the pre-release. Are you pretty confident about your deck, Caleb?
It depends if I hit trainers, but other than that, that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Awesome. Now, you did pull the Delmise V to go with your Rillaboom, and you got the other Rillaboom, too.
Yeah, I wish it was the other Rillaboom so I could just
Right,
effort
more
for
energy
sure.
acceleration. So, looks like we're throwing some water guys in here. We got the 2-2-2 Rillaboom line.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then talk to us about like the thought of the Dreadnought, the Drizzile, and the Sobble.
Just to make sure I could get like a trainer later on, because I have 3 evolution incense in
For
here.
sure. Right. So it's like you could just have the Sobble and then get yourself a trainer with the
Yeah.
Drizzile. That's pretty cool. Or you could turn the evolution incense into like anything else.
Yeah. I threw him in there because clearly don't have like a bunch of attackers. But...
Now he is stage 1. Do you have the Choodle?
Oh yeah.
So he
I'll throw it in after. I do have one.
You do have a Choodle?
Yeah,
All
it's in the
right.
pile out
It's
there.
cool. Okay, cool.
Completely
So-
forgot about that.
It's all good. Hey, I'm just saving the day, bro. You would have been
Yeah.
out there with
Yeah,
the with the
just
Dreadnought.
Just the random dreadnought.
Crushing Hammer seems pretty good as well.
It's better than the what's the whatever their
Team
team
Yell.
Yeah, Team Yell.
Well, especially in a pre-release format, like they
There's
just
not
have
that
so much energy. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
happy to get 2 Marnies out of that pre-release kit.
This is insane. You've got 2 Pokemon catchers in your
Yeah,
deck?
I pulled 2 of them back-to-back packs.
Oh my gosh. So like the odds of you actually being able to like pull up a target on your opponent's side of the field are pretty high, I would say.
Yeah. And then just a bunch of grass energy and 2 water.
Now, how much grass energy are we talking?
11.
11, that's a good amount for sure. I know that Rillaboom definitely wants a lot of grass energy to be able to
Yeah.
throw into play. Really looking forward to seeing how that Delmise V performs in your deck here. And I see that, yeah, I mean, padding the basic count definitely looks important here, because if you just played your grass only, which is a couple Grookeys, the Snorlax, and the Delmise, it's not a lot, you know,
Yeah.
for sure. So, good stuff, Caleb. Well,
Thank you.
good luck at the tournament, and hopefully we'll see you at the top tables.
All right.
Got Barlow here. Just finished building your deck. How you
Yeah.
feeling about your deck, Barlow?
I'm not feeling the greatest because
What?
I know Berserker is a little bit kind of like the weakest of the promos.
You think so?
Yep.
I don't know. I watched Brady deck himself out with this Encino, so yeah.
Yeah.
At least he's not gonna deck you out.
Yeah, but Selby V is still going to be strong just because if I get a full bench, it'll do 150 damage, which most things in the format.
Are going to get KO'd by that
Yes.
for sure. 150
And
damage, but
even-
then you have to play a lot of Pokemon though
Yes.
to be able to fill your bench.
Yes.
Now the
Which-
Ferrothorn.
The Ferrothorn's interesting.
Yeah, talk to us about. I have not seen a Ferrothorn in any of these decks yet.
I wasn't feeling the Poniard line because I didn't actually get any extra Poniards in the
Right.
deck, so only having 3 didn't feel doing 90 damage didn't feel like it was going to be enough.
Right, I really like when playing the Poniard. If you open maybe a 4th Poniard, is like really good.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Ferrothorn. Its interesting ability is it when you attack with the 100 for 100 damage, then it moves all the energy to one of your bench Pokemon.
That is pretty cool.
So it's really nice for saving the energy.
For sure.
So you can either throw it on Berserker or throw it onto a Rillaboom or something just to save it. And I wanted to flip some coins. I just wasn't really for 1 energy. I can potentially do 90.
For sure.
And that sounds fun.
And the Galarian Berserker, if you get it out, does boost your damage output, kind of generally. And we got Abyssal Wolf in the chat with 10 gifted subs.
Wow.
Give it up for Abyssal Wolf, guys. Oh my gosh, absolutely insane tonight. Thank you guys for
now I have to donate subs.
Yo, let's go. Thank you so much, Abyssal.
Yeah. And then just the standard. I did multiple Researcher and Amani, which is always great. Quick Ball to help find. Aurora Energy is going to be really nice just because I'm running 2 different types of energy.
For sure.
And then Pokekid, Evolution, Incense to help find, and then Road Bike. Hopefully I find that in my hand turn 1, so I can drop to 6.
For sure. And let's just talk about how much value are in these kits. Like the Research, the Marnie, and the Quick Ball just coming in the kit itself. Like, these are both Holo Rare exclusives in the set. And then getting to get those in the kit, I mean, it was like a no-brainer for me if I was going to play in the pre-release this week. I was like, $25, man. Like $25 worth of supporters in there. So, sure. So that...
Aurora Energy is going to be another Evolution Incense or another couple dollar cards.
For sure. Yeah, it really adds up, and it's fun, and you got yourself a nice LVB. So awesome stuff, Andrew. Well, thank you so much for sharing your deck building experience with us. And did you see what Thomas pulled, bro?
I heard, yes, I saw all those.
I mean, just crazy. I mean, that kit was up here, bro. I mean, it's a 1 in 3 shot.
I picked the kit that was in front.
It's all good, Barlow. It's all good.
All right.
Anyways, thank you so much for sharing your deck, and good luck in the tournament. All right, Thomas is here. He got the deck built, and you said it was an easy call of what direction to take this thing, right?
Yeah.
So you decided no grass.
No grass, straight metal deck.
For sure.
The 1 Mawile, help you find a friend, and then the Crunch, discarded energy.
Now the Mawile, find a friend gets you search your deck for a Pokemon and reveal it, put it in your hand. Very good for finding some of the Zacian, probably anything. But.
And then we're gonna do the 2/1 Meowth and Berserker line. Just because I only got 1 Berserker, so.
For sure. And in case you want to mess around, do 250 damage.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. And thank you so much, Traino Y, for that sub.
Then we got the 3/3 Poniard Bioshock line. Didn't pull any other Poniards. But
still solid and capable of doing
good.
some pretty decent damage, and by itself. And for 1 energy, you really can't complain.
No.
Yeah.
And then we got the 1 Sudowoodo, the double draw, and attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter.
Okay.
So if somebody hits me for 50, you're hitting 60 back if you started.
For sure. And I think with your deck in particular, it's gonna be all about kind of biding time till you get the big boy out. And Sudowoodo, he draws you cards and he can flail for 1 energy. Cool.
So, yeah.
I'm into it.
And then we got the Cramrat, which you guys saw earlier. Let me search my deck for 2 cards, and also just come in 160 to the bench if you need to.
For sure. And Snipe is just pretty rare in pre-release format. There's Pokemon Catcher. It's a flip. This is guaranteed Snipe. If you hit into a Pokemon V and maybe you don't KO it, this can finish off a threat on the bench. It's really cool.
And 3 energy, you can just attach to it for all you care. Really,
for sure. Now. Yeah, no problem.
And then Zacian, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, duh, right. The Zacian should be king of the castle.
Then we got 14 metal energy.
So you're going to be hitting off of Intrepid Sword, no problem.
Yeah.
14 metal energy in the deck. I'm imagining you're just going to want to go for the Zacian, start using Intrepid Sword, start swinging Brave Blade 230 turn after turn, and it's going to be lights out.
And the Lumberry is the only thing I was thinking about taking out for another energy, but it removes special conditions, so could come into play if I get paralyzed 1 turn. And we got 1 switch, the potion, the Vitality Band, just to do 10 more damage, just in case.
In case you want to mess around and do 260 damage.
Yeah, you know.
With the Berserker and the Vitality Band.
Then we got 2 Hop, 1 Pokekid, an Evolution Incense, a Quick Ball, Rotom Bike, 1 Lucky Egg, and 2 Research.
Looks good, man. Honestly, looks like a very solid deck, and I mean, this is like the dream team right here.
Yeah,
I mean, Cramorant for the stylization for the actual winning. So
should turn out pretty good.
I agree, and thank you so much, Straight Up Godly, for those bits, and thank you to Thomas for sharing your deck with us, man. Best of luck in the tournament today.
Thanks.
And pretty confident we'll be seeing you at the top tables.
Yeah,
Something drastic would have to go wrong, I think.
Yeah, you never know. You can always misplay.
And the metal, I didn't even know the metal or the grass resistance.
Yeah.
For all the Rillabooms out there.
helps.
For sure, man. Well, good luck. And thanks again, Thomas.
Thanks.
Players are setting up for the first of 3 rounds here at the Full Grip Games Sword and Shield pre-release. We've got Andrew Barlow on the left versus Dale Ballister on the right. We had the pleasure of watching Andrew Barlow open his kit here on stream. And he opened that Celebi V to go with his Rillaboom deck, so that was pretty cool. I look forward to seeing if the Celebi V gets any action in his deck. Celebi V has a cool first attack. Find a friend, search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck afterwards. So a great consistency card. The Celebi V can also help set up the Rillaboom line, which is fantastic, since I think that there is a relatively thin Rillaboom line in Andrew Barlow's deck from what I remember. He does have some metal Pokemon to help kind of flesh things out as well. Line Force is great because Line Force does a lot of damage. It can do 150 damage for only 2 energy, which is really good bang for your buck in a pre-release format. Just 2 energy attachments, and you could theoretically be swinging with Line Force for 150 damage, which is going to deal some serious damage in this pre-release format. Looks like Andrew Barlow is playing first, starting with that Stunfisk in the active position and attaching to it. Let's get the Stunfisk pulled up on the overlay. Stunfisk, it's got a crazy ability that makes your opponent discard an energy whenever they swing into it. So that can be very disruptive. Yeah, Galarian Stunfisk. There he is. Snap Trap can be very disruptive, especially if maybe an attacker is trying to build up energy, swinging into Stunfisk. He's got 120 HP and resists grass by 30. So if there are any grass Pokemon in Dale's deck, it's going to be tough going for him. But it looks like Dale has got the Water Dark package here with the Galarian Zigzagoons making their way onto the bench. And it looks like Dale probably also has Cincino at his disposal. There is a Pokemon V in Dale's deck. I think it's a Cramorant, if I'm not mistaken. Dale using Energy Search now and is going to get a water energy out of his deck and start potentially powering up this Quillfish in the active. Quillfish, not a Pokemon that you see, in a competitive battle every day, but that's one of the most fun things about pre-release format is that you really get to see these kind of, these never played Pokemon in action, which is really cool. Pokemon like Quillfish can have their 15 minutes of fame in pre-release formats, where they might not ever see play in another competitive setting ever again. Quillfish's ability Poison Point. If this Pokemon's your active and is damaged by an opponent's attack, the attacking Pokemon is now poisoned. Looks like Barlow is going to get that Aurora energy onto the Galarian Stunfisk, and we're going to see this thing probably dive in with Damage Rush. Flip a coin until you get tails. That's 1 heads and a tail, so 60 damage from the Galarian Stunfisk, and that thing is poisoned now and would be taking 10 damage between turns. Dale looks as if he is building up his Galarian Obstagoon on his side of the field. He's actually got it in his hand, but not a lot else going on. So he's hoping that this Quillfish can really buy him some time in the active position. He's got plenty of Pokemon, but no support, not even any energy to attack. So the Stunfisk will take a guaranteed knockout with Damage Rush. And I think Barlow just wants to see how many he would have gotten there on the flip. He got 2 heads. And does Dale get a saving card off the top? Not really. It's a Water Energy. That is the wrong water, energy type for his Galarian Obstagoon there. He does need a Dark Energy in order to attack. It deals 90 damage. So looks like Dale will be powering up the Sobble on his bench and forced to pass with Galarian Obstagoon in the active, just hoping that the poison damage is enough to get there against Galarian Stunfisk. But wow, Andrew Barlow with the Pokemon Center lady coming out of nowhere is going to completely heal the Galarian Stunfisk of that poison damage. And Barlow swinging in again with the Damage Rush. 2 heads, 3 heads. 3 heads, wow, that is 120 damage from Damage Rush. Andrew Barlow's Galarian Stunfisk could take it all the way. And Dale finally finds a Marnie, which is just the card he needed. Gets to put his hand on the bottom of his deck, see 5 new cards off the top. He's got a Dark Energy, he can attack. But at what cost? He loses the energy as soon as he attaches it. And it looks like he does have Cramorant V in his deck. So Cramorant V could be a potential card that we see come into play. However, Cramorant V just doesn't do a lot of damage for a low energy. Cramorant V, kind of an energy hog, especially in pre-release format. Beak Catch gets 2 cards from your deck and puts them into your hand, which is a great setup attack, but it feels almost too little too late for the Cramorant V. You really want to start this card or get it out early. Spit Shot, obviously very good, but you have to discard all energy from Cramorant V. So Cramorant might be good for finishing the game off, but as far as dealing damage goes, it's not going to be super useful in the middle of the game here, especially when Dale has 4 prizes left to take. So not confident that the Cramorant V is going to be super useful. I think that Dale is going to have to set up probably his Inteleon line to have any chance in this game. We do see he was able to draw into a Pokekid, so he's playing the Pokekid. He can get a Pokemon out of his deck and put it into his hand, which is good. I mean, he can, go get a trainer card. Looks like he's going for, yes, the Inteleon line, and then can search the deck for a trainer card. So he's going to grab one of those, and he'll play the Evolution Incense. I like this. He could set up the Cincino if he would like as well, start drawing cards. And Dale's going to take a second to really look through the deck and make sure he's not missing anything as far as his options go. We got that awesome looking Cincino promo there. Very cool to see that in holographic form. The regular from the set is just a non-holo rare. So the holo rare Cincino, very cool. And now that Dale has that in play, Dale can start drawing cards, which is good. He doesn't have a lot going on in this hand, so he could just start using Make Do to discard and draw. It looks like Dale will opt to retreat his Galarian Obstagoon into the Cincino and take the knockout with Cincino. He does have to discard that Lightning Energy from the active because of the Galarian Stunfisk's attack effect there. And we'll see what Barlow is able to cook up this turn with that Celebi V. He's got the Galarian Berserker online, 2 Karukis on the bench. The Lucky Egg, should this Celebi V unfortunately go down. And a Metal Energy. And we're going to see a discard draw 7? Wow. Very powerful turn there from Barlow. I believe that Dale is using, I see some questions in the chat about what sleeves he's using. I believe he's using Dragon Shield's, what is that, that bluish Dragon Shield color? I'm pretty sure that it is Petrol, if I had to guess. I am thinking that these are the Petrol, or Natalie says they're Night Blue. All right, they might be Night Blue. They do look Night Blue. All right, very cool. Dale will promote Galarian Obstagoon. And it's going to evolve into Inteleon. He gets 2 trainer cards out of his deck. His deck is pretty thin at this point, though. So I'm wondering at this point, like, how, useful is this ability at this point? Like, of course, you're going to play it, the Shady Dealings, but Shady Dealings definitely better early on. And it feels like there is for sure kind of a power level to the various stage 2s in this, or power ranking, I should say, to the stage 2s in this pre-release format. I feel like the Inteleon line is probably the line that I've been the least impressed with in the Sword and Shield pre-release kits so far. Aqua Bullet can deal 120 damage and 20 damage snipe. That's powerful. It has 160 hit points. That's good. But the Rillaboom is for sure the card that I was the most impressed with out of all of the pre-release evolution lines, for sure. The Galarian Obstagoon has been situationally very useful. I've seen it completely wall off some Pokemon V and big basic style decks. So we're going to see that potentially come into play here. Riley says that the Inteleon Rillaboom is an unbeatable combo. How is it an unbeatable combo, Riley? That, how do you mean? Oh, why is that unbeatable? Why is it better with Inteleon? Why not just Rillaboom? Looks like Dale is going to play a Marnie himself. And we'll get 5 cards off the top of the deck. Riley says, no dead hands. Bro, just draw your cards, man. These kits be coming with 2 Professor's Research, man. What do I need an Inteleon for? I hear you, though. And Dale is going to use that Galarian Obstagoon to use its Obstruct attack. Galarian Obstagoon cannot be damaged by basic Pokemon next turn. So we'll see. Barlow is able to get that Rillaboom into play. And that Rillaboom is going to be threatening to KO this Obstagoon with ease. It looks like he's actually going in with the Ferrothorn. And thank you so much, Taylor Spain, for that tier 1 sub. Ferrothorn getting in here. And I believe that he has to flip for the attack. He's got 3 coins to flip for the Ferrothorn. It does damage for each heads. So Barlow should take the knockout here. And the Galarian Obstagoon goes down. Ferrothorn getting some action. Not something that I thought I was going to see at the pre-release tonight. But triple smash. Dealing enough damage for a knockout there. An evolution Pokemon proving to be pretty useful here for Barlow. It was kind of a a last-second throw in for Barlow, but the Ferrothorn serving its purpose. And let's see what Dale's got, involving into the Drizzile there. And I guess search deck for another trainer card. But at this point, I'm not sure that any trainers can really save him. He needs a Pokemon that's just going to sweep. And his deck doesn't really have that. The Ferrothorn's an evolution. Barlow's got the Rillaboom built up as well. The Rillaboom's capable of dealing an absurd amount of damage with its attack. And Dale just has the Obstagoon. The Obstagoon feels like it's just in over its head at this point. So let's pull up the Rillaboom and see just what it's capable of doing. 140 damage with Hammer in. And I think that it is definitely the consensus that this is the strongest evolution line you can get at the Sword and Shield pre-release. The Rillaboom line for sure. I would go as far as to say probably the best kit you can get is with the Rillaboom line with the Rillaboom as the promo. That's the most powerful kit I think you can get at a Sword and Shield pre-release, just because having access to 2 Rillabooms is better than having access to 1, because that way you have less chances of prizing both of your Rillabooms, and just more generally are going to get it out consistently. See Dale on his kind of last stand here has the Obstagoon. It's going to be swinging for 90, and I believe taking a knockout on the Ferrothorn. But so long as Andrew Barlow's got 2 energy left in deck, I mean, does the Obstagoon have 150 hit points, I think? So maybe not. Does it hit the 1-hit knockout? I think it might be a little bit short. Galarian Obstagoon has got maybe 160 hit points? Yeah, 160. That's a big fella there. But it looks like... Oh, it's weak to grass. I keep forgetting that. Galarian Obstagoon, weak to grass. The more you know. Yeah, that's going to take me a long time to get used to, guys. The dark Pokemon being weak to grass. Still not 100% on it. And Dale showing off his other pull. Wow, had the full art Team Yell. Very cool card there. Dale's kit looking very busted as well with the Cramorant V and the full art Team Yell. Some great back and forth action between these two decks, with Andrew Barlow moving on to 1-0 here at the Full Grip Games Sword and Shield pre-release. If you haven't already, make sure to check out fullgripgames.com. We got Sword and Shield pre-orders up now for the brand new cards coming out of Sword and Shield. Those are going to be shipped out next week. Also, make sure to check out fullgripcodes.com. You can pre-order Sword and Shield PTCGO codes. Get them emailed to you before the set goes live on PTCGO next week. We'll be right back with round 2 in just a moment. Got Barlow here talking about that round 1 win. How'd the deck feel, man?
It ran better than I thought.
It
A
did?
lot of lucky coin flips. At the hitting an Obstagoon for 120 there was really big.
It was. I mean, that was absurd. 3 heads in a row, I think, right?
Yep.
That Galarian Stunfisk put way more work in attacking than I think it had any right doing so.
Yeah. He also told me after the game he's running 7 energy in the deck. So
7?
yes.
That is a very low
So when he had to
counts.
attack with Cincino, he had to because that was his only dark energy.
Oh my gosh. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Only 7 energy in the deck.
Yeah,
That is rather low for a pre-release deck.
So that guy was able to do a ton of work because of that.
For sure. So the Galarian Stunfisk was almost devastating for his deck in the way that he had constructed it. And I guess, like, you know, Inteleon's a low energy attack cost, you know, Galarian Obstagoon low energy attack cost. But yeah, you never know if you're going to run into Stunfisk or Crushing Hammer. Now, I didn't think that we were actually going to ever see the Ferrothorn attack. But
yes.
The Ferrothorn did get in there as well. And Celebi attack too, right?
Yes.
Really, the whole gang was out there.
Yep.
And the Rillaboom at the end.
Yep. Dark being weak to grass in this new iteration of Pokemon is
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not used to it yet.
Yes.
It'll all come around, I'm sure. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh man, he's like 20 damage short, and then the hands get extended, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness you lifted the card up again, because I was like, oh yeah, that's right, weak to grass. So
yeah, he didn't realize it until I said it as well.
right,
So he was like, oh,
I guess he is weak to grass, not fighting, right? But anyways, that's awesome, man. Are you do you think that the Rillaboom is the most powerful evolution you can get in these pre-release kits?
Honestly, I feel like the Inteleon's a little bit better.
Really?
Just because finding your trainers is really key when you don't have the consistency. Because going Drizzile, getting a trainer, finding a Pokemon, guaranteeing usually the Inteleon, and then Inteleon getting you 2 more. That way you just get your board set up.
That makes sense.
And then at that point, all you have to do is try to find some energy, which is not hard.
It's true. Inteleon's a great support line.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely adds a lot of consistency, and it's true. You know, the Rillaboom's only as good if it gets out, into play. So that's absolutely true. And Thwacky doesn't get you trainers from your deck, so Thwacky just sits there. But anyways, awesome stuff, Andrew, and good luck in your next round.
Thank you.
Round 2 of the Full Grip Game Sword and Shield pre-release. These players are setting up now. We've got Dipesh Patel on the left versus Caleb Remy on the right. We had the pleasure of watching Caleb open his pre-release kit here on camera, and he pulled that awesome looking Delmise V full art. He's also got 2 copies of Pokemon Catcher in his deck. Dipesh, I think I heard Dipesh saying something about a Wobbuffet V before he went live here, but it looks like there is not a Wobbuffet V in his deck. So I think that he was expressing some remorse over not playing his Wobbuffet V. It looks like he might have gotten grass and psychic or grass and metal types in his evolution kit, but maybe pulled a Wobbuffet V, but is not going to be playing it in his deck. So interested to see what kind of strategy Dipesh is going to be utilizing, and obviously he won his first match, so his deck must have something going on. Caleb got a Thwacky and a Rillaboom in that hand, but no basic, so that's 2 mulligans for Dipesh at this point. He's going to be able to take 2 bonus cards to start this match off, and that is a very big advantage in pre-release format, and could offer Dipesh a nice explosive start, being able to get a couple evolutions in play, especially starting with a 9-card hand that for the most part can't be interacted with on the first turn. Now, something that I have not been keen on is I need to watch these players and make sure nobody plays their supporter on the first turn going first. That's also very important. It's a new rule here in the Sword and Shield era format that you cannot play a supporter turn 1 going first. Let's see how it goes. We've got Dipesh Patel versus Caleb Remy, round 2. We've got 35 players here tonight at the Sword and Shield pre-release, so fantastic turnout. These guys all playing with the newest cards. Dipesh going to pass it on over to Caleb with just a Pawniard in the active. Caleb has got a Sobble he's attaching to and a Lucky Egg, but neither player seems to have a whole lot going on in their hand. Caleb does have an Evolution Incense he could play to get an Evolution card out of his deck, but he can't play it yet. So he's at the whim of Dipesh just not having a way to end this game. If Dipesh can deal a knockout to this Sobble, I'm not sure that Caleb is going to have any way to draw out of this. He needs 1 more turn in order to get a good trainer card out of his deck. With the Drizzile, has to just do what, 10 damage, 20 damage with the Sobble, just attack for 10. Does Dipesh have game? Looks like he's got a Snorlax, a Thwacky in his hand, a hand with not a lot going on in it, a bunch of energy. He certainly does not have a was going to say a Bisharp with a bunch of Pawniards. He has another Pawniard, I believe, he can put onto his bench. But not a lot else going on. And it looks like Depeche, might not have taken those mulligan cards. That's fine. That's not a game error. He might have forgotten to take them. But certainly not a game error, since you are allowed to deny taking mulligan draws. And we'll see. Depeche benches the Snorlax and is looking like he's deciding where to put his energy. Caleb has got nothing going on his bench. And Depeche's hand is just chock full of energy. It looks like he's loading up this Pawniard. And it's going to be swinging for 20 damage. Caleb, with a sigh of relief, is going to get to search his deck for a trainer card now with the Drizzile. Metal Claw there from the Pawniard, dealing the 20 damage. Drizzile searching out some key consistency with its ability. Shady Dealings. Shady Dealings coming in clutch. Drizzile also has 90 HP, so a little bit more survivability as well, which is very good because Caleb is just in the process of trying to establish his board. Does find a great ball, and I'm a little bit concerned. What if this great ball going for the Pokemon catcher? It's a heads. Bring up the Snorlax. What if this great ball doesn't reveal anything? I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Caleb does have a potential. I think he's got the Inteleon for next turn. He finds the Grookey off of the great ball, so it does end up being a nice find there. It's really all he needs is another Pokemon to put onto his bench. And then Caleb does have, I think, the Inteleon in his hand, which will get 2 more trainers out of the deck and into his hand. So the Inteleon is proving to be very consistent, and this is the first game that I think that I will have really seen the Inteleon put in a lot of work. Previously, I've seen the Inteleon kind of just get run over by some of the harder, hitting decks, but this is very good. With both players kind of drawing a little bit suboptimally right now, the Inteleon's really putting in a lot of work and just is going to be able to actually knock out this Snorlax next turn. 30 damage from the Drizzile, and then 120 from an incoming attack from the Inteleon next turn is enough to deal a knockout. With its own Aqua Bullet attack. See Depeche looking through his hand, trying to see if he can dig his way out of this. He does need to get that Rillaboom into play, assuming that there is a Rillaboom in his deck. That for sure would make a big difference. Instead, we see a Mawile getting benched and a Metal Energy being attached to it, and just has to pass. We see the power there of that Pokemon catcher coming down from Caleb. There's really not a lot of gust effect in these pre-release formats, usually. So the power to just bring up a big target like Snorlax and say, you know what, you're not going to get to save this Snorlax for when you get Rillaboom out into play. Instead, I'm going to bring it out now, stall you out, and then hopefully KO it. And Caleb going for the Crushing Hammer and the Professor's Research off of that Shady Dealings. The Crushing Hammer could remove an energy from Depeche's board, and then Professor's Research giving Caleb a ton more cards. That's a heads. Energy coming off of the Mawile. I don't know. No, yeah, it's the energy. There we go. Very good. Energy coming off of the Mawile, and then Caleb's got a discard, draw 7. Caleb does find the Delmise V, as well as Roselia, and I'm sure Natalie would be happy to see Roselia seeing play an Aqua Bullet, dealing 120 damage, and he does get to snipe 20 damage to Depesh's bench. And Depesh is in deep water. No pun intended with the Inteleon active. Depesh just looking for a way out. It's got an energy to attach to Mawile. I'm not exactly sure what the Mawile is even capable of. We're going to take a look. Finds a friend. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Depesh's got another hop to draw 3 cards. I'm getting called out in the chats. My pun was intended, and you're right. Oh, you're right, chat. I apologize for the dad jokes. Oh, sorry, not sorry, chat. And we got Pat's with the sub. Thank you so much, Pat. 1 year. Hopefully you're having a good one, Pat. Looks like Depesh is going to use that Find a Friend attack and see if there's any friends that can help him out here. Unless it's a gigantic Pokemon V, I'm not thinking so. Instead, we've got a Grookey making its way onto the bench. And it looks like Depesh is going to try and set up that Rillaboom, but is it going to be too little too late? Caleb's got another Grass Energy coming down onto the Delmise and an Evolution Incense. Are we going to see the Rillaboom come into play as well? The Rillaboom's ability, and Caleb's got another Pokemon catcher. Tails. All right, no dice on this one. It's 2 heads for Caleb so far. That would have been pretty devastating, though, if Caleb was able to just target down that Grookey on Depesh's board. And I think that Caleb's deck, the way that it's built, is just very good with the Inteleon and being able to search out the Pokemon catchers, the Crushing Hammers. Rillaboom's ability coming into play. Caleb's going to get to deal 120 damage with the Inteleon. So are you saying the Grookey should not be on Depesh's bench? It should be in the... Just Find a Friend goes into the hand, not to the bench. Okay. That's gonna be a yikes. So we'll see if we can stop it. And thank you so much, H. Roberts, for continuing that gifted sub. And I'm calling customer service here at Full Grip Games and see if we can get that Grookey back into the deck. All right, tell Caleb and Depesh to stop the game. All right, so Depesh used an attack, Find a Friend, right? Go ahead and tell Depesh he used Find a Friend. The friend was Grookey. Grookey is supposed to go to the hand, not the bench. Yes, from Find a Friend. So just put it on the bottom of the deck. Did he not get Marnied? Put it at the bottom of the deck. Just put it on the bottom of the deck and then carry on. Yep, and carry on. All is well. Yes. Move along now. Yep. All right. Pretty sure that will be inconsequential. I know technically that Grookey is supposed to be shuffled with the hand, but to be honest, guys, yeah, bottom of the deck, I'm cool, bro. I think it's gonna be just fine. So moving on now. It's Depesh's turn. He's got 2 Grookeys on the bench. Thank you to the chats for Professor Chat, really. The chat really saved us there. So thank you, chat, for saving the game. And yes, that Grookey could have evolved, and then we would have been in an even trickier situation. So thank you, chat, for intervening and saving the day. And I think we caught it, just before it was too late. And Depeche now searching his deck with the Pokekid. I'm hoping that Depeche is not using a double supporter this turn. I'm pretty sure he didn't hop this turn. We're just going to go ahead and hope that. I'm pretty sure he did not hop this turn. I'm hoping that that was not the case. If it is, then we've got ourselves another game state error, but I think we're cool. And then, good. Gassy says hop was last turn. Fantastic. And Depeche is going to get in there with not enough damage coming in from that Bisharp. But Depeche does get to fill his hand to 7. And thank you, Torres. Got it. To use the quick ball to discard the kid. Very good. It was confusing to me because I saw the kid hit the discard pile and he got a Pokemon, right? But it makes sense. Depeche does have to promote his Pokemon first before he evolves, but I guess it doesn't make a difference because he's doing it. They're both Grookies, so it's like... And I will say, Depeche did just start playing again, so we're going to have mercy on Depeche here during the pre-release stream. And it looks like Depeche doesn't have what it takes to take down Caleb's Inteleon. Caleb's Inteleon just running the table there as Caleb moves on to 2-0 here at the Full Grip Games Sword and Shield pre-release. And so far, we had both decks that were constructed on stream won their stream matches. So we'll see who we're going to find in our third round. Maybe we can catch Thomas potentially winning his third game with the busted Zacian V deck that we saw him open. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will be right back with some more Sword and Shield Pokemon trading card game action in just a moment. Round 3 of the Full Grip Game Sword and Shield pre-release getting started now. We've got Kendall Polacek on the left versus Shawn Taft on the right. Excited to see which player comes out on top in this epic finale here. Both players 2-0 at the pre-release. See, Kendall's got a bunch of Bisharps in his opening hand. And thank you so much in the chat. I see AD Cags just pre-ordered 3 Zacian Vs. Thank you so much for supporting the store. We've got pre-orders for Sword and Shield singles live now on fullgripgames.com. Make sure to scope those out if you have not already. Supporting the shop directly supports Tricky Jim and the channel. So thank you guys all so much by shopping with Full Grip. And it looks like Kendall's got, like I said, that metal deck. No idea what Shawn has brought to the table, though, but hopefully it's something busted. I was talking to Thomas, who opened his kit here on camera, and he had 3 Pokemon V in his kit. And he had the Zacian V in his kit as well. And Thomas built his deck around Zacian V and Cramorant V. And sure enough, Thomas said he lost to a deck round 2 that also just had Zacian V and Cramorant V. And he said that his opponent's deck just had Hyper Potion in it and had Team Yell Grunt, and he just used the Cramorant to search out, the Zacian and all the, the Hyper Potion and the Team Yell Grunt. And he said he just was able to deny Thomas his Zacian V and then just overran him with his own Zacian V. So super super funny situation there for for Thomas, who unfortunately ran into a mirror match in his final round. The Cramorant is definitely powerful. Stoked that we have a Cramorant emote, and now there's a Cramorant V. And these guys are Getting started, a bunch of metal Pokemon here. Kendall starting with 3 Pawniards and going first. And we saw Kendall's got Bisharp in his hand too. He's just going to attach to that active with a Lucky Egg and then pass it on over to Shawn. Kendall has got nothing else going on in his hand, but what else does he really need? He's going to be swinging in with Bisharp on the second turn of the game, dealing some really substantial damage with that charge order. Kendall's got a big charm too. He's going to be able to put that onto a bench Pawniard and just start swinging. Bisharp dealing 90 damage, knocking out Shawn's Pawniard. A quick knockout there on Kendall's side. Shawn has a Drizzile now, is going to be able to get a trainer card out of his deck using the Drizzle's ability. Shady Dealings. Can Shawn find a trainer card here to get him out of this situation? He's got the bike, but the bike ends his turn, and this Bisharp is dealing 90 damage. So if Shawn uses the bike, it ends his turn. He doesn't have any... hopefully he's got another Pokemon in his hand, or else this game is over. Please be another Pokemon. Water Energy? Big Charm. Oh, Big Charm saves the day. Okay. So there's Big Charm in that bike, and that's it. Kendall's turn. Wow. Kendall's turn. He's got a Metal Energy, and it's going to swing for 90. The Drizzile holding on for dear life with the Big Charm. And let's see if Shawn has a bench Pokemon now, at least. He's got... Bead is not going to do anything for Shawn. At this point, he's got no energy or no Pokemon on his bench, and he needs to have a bench Pokemon. It looks like an Ordinary Rod is going to see play, shuffling the Pawniard and an energy from the discard pile back into the deck. But I am worried about Shawn getting benched. Hopefully there is an Inteleon in this hand. I'm thinking if there's no Inteleon, this match could be over fast. Let's see. Shawn's not showing us the hand, though. And that's it. Game over. Kendall taking the win with the quick Bisharp. And that is all. Shawn unable to find his Inteleons there. And just getting benched very quick. Kendall just opening the gas. 3 Pawniards and 90 damage. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. And that's it. Kendall emerging victorious. Moving on to 3-0 here at the Poker Games Sword and Shield pre-release. We will be right back. We have got Kendall here. Went 3-0 at the pre-release. How you doing, Kendall?
Doing good.
Good, man. 3-0, busted, and you played a deck that had Bisharp. You said the Bisharp was really good. What was the main strategy of your deck?
Basically, I would try to get Gossiflower because you can search for 3 basics. So I would try to search for 3 Pawniards, which are basic.
For sure.
And then they buff Bisharp's attack by 30, so you get 30 plus 90.
Was that the best opening hand you ever had with the 3 Pawniards already out in play, or did you have that kind of thing happen?
Well, I would get a Gossiflower as a start, and then I would get another Pawniard on the bench, so then I could call for family, get 3 more, and then try to get a Bisharp.
Now, how many Pawniards were in your deck?
4.
Wow, so you opened 1 additional one?
Yeah.
With because I think the kit comes with 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome stuff. Now you've got 8 packs that you won, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna be right here. Kendall decided to share his pack opening experience with us. So awesome stuff. Now, what card are you most looking forward to? Yeah, go ahead, just send the code out here. Yeah, upside down. Cool. And you can just save those for yourself later. Now, what card are you most looking forward to out of this set, Kendall?
I don't know. I haven't looked too much at it, but
nice.
I hope I get some good stuff.
Sick. So no leaks, no spoilers, man. Like going in. Now, I tried to do that as much as possible before playing the Sword and Shield video game. Natalie and I didn't look at all at any spoilers or anything.
Gossiflower.
Is this what it is? Yeah, I actually want to look at that. So
Yeah.
that's just a call for family.
Yeah.
You would use the Gossifleur to help set up your Poniards. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I even got. There we go.
The Eldegoss.
Yeah.
Did you have an Eldegoss in
No,
your?
I didn't pull one.
Didn't play the Eldegoss.
Ooh.
Another green code. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll get some white codes in there. There he is.
is.
The epic Poniard.
Reverse air balloon.
Yes, the air balloon is really good.
Yeah.
Aurora Energy is really good as well. Now, a hot card that everybody's been talking about is Zacian. What is your favorite what is your favorite deck been in standard format recently?
Mainly basic Blacephalon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the little one or the big one?
The little one.
Little one. Okay.
Yeah.
So that deck apparently gets really good in Sword and Shield format.
Really?
Yeah. You've got
What new stuff is good?
it gets Lucky Egg.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Lucky Egg. You can attach it to your Sanacondo.
Yeah.
You could attach Lucky Egg to your Blacephalon, and then when it gets knocked out, you fill your hand to 7 cards. Plus, your top deck. That's 8 cards.
Yeah.
Another white code. Okay.
Oh.
What do we got?
Oh.
Yo! Zamazenta, the other dog. Yo, check it out. We're going to show it off to the stream real quick.
Yeah.
Zamazenta V. Now, I've got faith in this dog. I think that Zamazenta V, imagine a format where Pokemon VMAX are very good and powerful and all over the place. Maybe Zamazenta V becomes really busted,
Yeah.
I think so. I'm holding out faith for Zamazenta V. I think. Oh, that's a good one too.
Oh yeah.
Cincino?
Yeah, Cincino.
Yep. I think Zamazenta V could be busted. Because imagine, eventually all Pokemon GX are going to rotate,
Yeah.
And it's just going to be Pokemon V and Pokemon V Maxes.
Ooh.
He's got something.
Oh, full art Delmise.
Ooh, check that out. The full art Delmise looks really pretty though.
I love this artwork.
For sure. It looks amazing. I want to show that off real quick.
Yeah.
The full art artwork cannot be over exaggerated how pretty these cards look. I mean, that is just absolutely stunning. Yo, sick rips there, man.
Yeah.
And congrats on the 3-0 record there, Kendall. And thank you for sharing your pack opening with us. And thanks for coming out to the pre-release, man. Yeah, we are here with Jeremy, who went 3-0 at the pre-release. How you doing, Jeremy?
Doing all right. Feeling great after that.
For sure. And I had heard about your deck
Mm-hmm.
because multiple people had talked about it. Thomas told me about your deck, and then Andrew Barlow told me about your deck, and was like, dude, we just got smoked by this dude, Jeremy. So I was like, all right, we got to get Jeremy back here to talk about his deck. Show us what you played to go 3-0 here at the tournament.
All right. Well, my packs were incredibly lucky, but let's just fan out. It's already kind of showing.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are 2 Pokemon in your deck.
Yeah, there's just 2 Pokemon and a fair amount of
Oh my
healing
gosh,
to
2
get this
potions? Insane. This has got to be the best pre-release deck. I think you could have tossed 2 Skullgrunt, 2 Yellgrunts. Oh my gosh.
a few parts of just the kit.
This is so insane. This has got to be, I think, 2 Hyper Potions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this has got to be a perfect deck because what you do to set up, and the Cramorant's perfect too because you need 2 Pokemon.
Right.
So that you can switch and use Brave Blade over and over again, or you can retreat and then use Beak Catch and then retreat the Cramorant and go back into Zacian.
Right.
Or you could retreat and even just use Intrepid Sword again.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a lot of cool different things you could do.
Cramorant was also here because of Galar Obstagoon. I get walled by that. I'm hoping they've benched enough Pokemon by that point that Cramorant can just start knocking out their bench, even though it's sitting in the active immune to Zacian.
And this is insane. How many Metal Energy?
A large
Like
amount.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Like 26 Metal Energy.
Mm-hmm.
So Intrepid Sword is regularly hitting 2 or 3.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's hitting a few. It's grabbing me healing cards or combinations to get Cramorant into play. or in a mirror match, because played against the exact same
You
deck.
did. Thomas had literally Cramorant and Zacian as well.
Which
Yeah.
Team Yell Grunt stopped that.
Oh my
There was
gosh.
one turn Intrepid Sword only hit one, so Team Yell Grunt just gets rid of that one. And we're just back to hitting with Zacian, and they just couldn't catch up with their own Intrepid Sword.
This has got to be the most broken pre-release deck I think I've ever seen.
After my last pre-release luck, this was coming eventually.
This is so gnarly. Oh my gosh. So, crazy pre-release deck for sure. And congrats, man.
Thank you.
That is epic. I mean, just in the strategy is there. The healing, the Cramorant and the Zacian, just having that kind of 1-2 punch together.
Right.
Absolutely phenomenal. So, you were showing me the Rillaboom box deck
Yes,
as
I
well.
was.
So that's really exciting. I told everybody we're going to be showing that off later this week. So stoked about that. And what cards are you looking forward to opening out of here?
I'm just hoping for probably Sableye V.
Okay, sick.
Because I want to have 2 decks put together, and Grass Box and Obstagon with Sableye are what I'm looking for.
Nice. Well, let's see what you get. Be careful with your codes, I will say, and open them here, kind of like over the. There you go. Yeah, so everybody can see. But slide your codes off to the side so that.
Straight away?
Well, flip it. Yeah, and then you can slide. There you go. Yeah.
All right.
And that way,
Grass,
you save the codes for yourself.
Hyper, Team Yoga, Hitmonlee, Scorpion.
Got someone in the chat asking, is
Chinchilla.
Grass Box going to be called Boombox?
Oh, I hope so.
I hope
That's what I'm calling it from now on.
that has got to be the best name I think I could have possibly heard for that deck. I had not crossed my mind yet, but it's most certainly Boombox. How can it not be Boombox?
There's no way it can't be Boombox.
It's for sure. We got a white code. All right.
Boy.
The pack trick. Who'd you learn the pack trick from?
Well,
Leonhardt.
Leonhardt.
Yeah, Leonhardt. I saw Leonhardt at Dallas this year. That was fun.
Zigzagoon, Gossifleur, Silicobra, Yamper, Krabby, Dugtrio, and another bird.
Yo,
Another bird.
There he is.
Birds just keep on
Cramorant
coming.
V, man. Have you seen the full art Cramorant V yet?
I have not seen Full Art Cramorant V.
It is a beautiful card. I mean, Cramorant's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon from the Galarian region, or the Galar region, I should say. And I think his artwork is just totally epic.
So far, favorite full art or just artwork I've seen from this set has been Full Art Morpeko.
Oh, the Full Art Morpeko is super cool as well.
Keldeo.
Keldeo V. We were talking before the, we were talking out in the lobby saying, I was like, yeah, I'm not opposed to building Rillaboom, even if it's not like that good,
Right.
Yeah, Frostmoth is like only okay.
It's meh. I tried it. A little disappointed with it. But,
I know,
it'll still
right?
be put together.
For sure. I think I'm holding out faith for Frostmoth. It's kind of like my pet deck, so I definitely understand the passion. You're like, all right, Rillaboom's going to be my pet deck.
Orbital.
I really want to try and at least take that concept as far as I can. Right. That's kind of how I feel about Frostmoth. Is like I want to take the concept at least as far as I can and see what we can do with it. All right, another white
one.
code.
Rod, Edie, Reboot, Boltoy, Chinchou, Krabby, Minchino, Ponyta, Hammer, and Regirock.
Dude, this is
Just
actually
keep
one
it
we
on a
have
roll.
not opened. Yeah, we have not seen this card on stream yet. Regirock V. Check that out. I think the Reggies are just totally cool. 3 Pokemon V so far. And 3 packs remaining.
Yep. Ferrothorn, Heatmore, Saucer, Joltik, Salamandit, Cloudpus, Ghastly. Reverse Frostmoth.
There you go.
Lantern.
Sick.
I was kind of hoping at one pre-release to get Lantern going.
To get Lantern?
To get Lantern
Because
going.
it's got a great attack. And in a pre-release, they're
Energy
always going to have
everywhere.
energy.
Right?
Yeah.
Constant
so it's like
paralysis.
auto paralysis. Yeah. No, I think I opened a Lantern in my pre-release kit as well, and I was really hoping that I would have gotten a Chinchou or something, but
Yep.
yeah, the Lantern could be really gnarly for sure.
Krabby, Centiskorch, and Drapion.
1 pack remains.
1 pack. I don't
I'd
know if
say
we
you've
can
done pretty
beat-
well
yeah.
already. I mean, 8 packs, I think, right? For a 3-0 record.
Yeah.
Yep.
Packs. Oh, all right.
White code.
Oh yeah, white code. Fire, Treble, Heatmore, Drizzle, Mudbray, Hoot Hoot, Churchin, Vulpix, Nickit, Marana, and a hollow foil Cinderace.
Very cool, man. Well, sick rips, Jeremy, and thank you so much for sharing that opening with us. Congrats on your performance as well today, and thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
out, man.
It's a pleasure always to be here.
Appreciate it, dude. And you know, if you I don't know if you have Twitter, but if you wanna if you would mind sharing your Rillaboom list with me, it'd be awesome to have
Wouldn't
something
mind.
to go
I
off
can
of.
send that. Sure.
Okay, sick, man. Well, excellent. So we're going to be featuring probably something very close to Jeremy's Rillaboom deck later this week on stream. And thanks again, Jeremy, for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. All right, y'all. That is going to be it for the Full Group Games Sword and Shield pre-release. Thank you guys all for an amazing stream. The epic generosity, mind-blowing, absolutely insane. Crazy stuff. Thank you so much, Degenerate, and Yummy Sushi, Abyssal Wolf. Thank you guys all so much for the just reams of gifted subs today. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for being here. Big shout out to you guys for just supporting the channel, supporting the shop. It really, really means a lot. So thank you guys so much for that. We're going to be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for some more tabletop testing. Brady Botner is going to be in the house. So if you're watching, Brady, get your sleep because we're going to be cracking again tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. So I got the Rillaboom deck that I could potentially build. So looking at potentially playing Rillaboom, I do have all those Rowlet and Alolan Executors that I need something to do with. So hopefully Rillaboom is the answer. Maybe Rillaboom, Rowlet, Alolan Executor is the truth. And maybe we could just tank a ton of hits with that and dish out a lot of damage. Could be fun for sure. Other than that, we've got Pikarom and the good old stuff back on the table as well. But I am going to have Rillaboom sleeved up for tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. And I'll catch you all at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for some more Sword and Shield tabletop testing with Brady Botner. I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy. Peace.